It certainly wasn't a trick or treat for two drivers yesterday afternoon. City police responded to a two-vehicle crash on Boundary Road in South Market. Police at the scene told on TV that no one was injured in the collision that involved a mid-sized passenger car and a pickup truck. The passenger vehicle sustained substantial damage, deploying all the airbags in the vehicle. The pickup truck sustained moderate damage. Police closed one lane at the intersection and directed traffic at the busy intersection while crews dealt with the investigation and the cleanup. The traffic configuration is set to change in the Michigan Department of Transportation's work zone on the I-75 Business Spur in Sioux, Michigan. Starting tomorrow, traffic from Mackinac Trail will be able to access the I-75 Business Spur using the newly constructed roundabout. At the same time, 3 Mile Road will be closed at the roundabout while the roadway is reconstructed and tied into that roundabout. Motorists can access 3 Mile Road from M129. The work is expected to be completed by mid-November. MDOT and the City of Sault Ste. Marie are investing $11.2 million to reconstruct 2.2 miles of roadway. The project is scheduled to be constructed in phases over 2 years. The project began in May and is expected to be completed in October 2019. Yesterday was the official end of this year's fire season, a season unlike anything this province experienced in over a decade. With more than 1,000 wildland fires in central and northern Ontario, 2018 was one of the busiest fire seasons in the province's history. To meet this challenge, the government has so far provided an additional $100 million in funding to successfully combat these blazes and keep Ontarians safe. The Ontario government passed legislation yesterday to repeal the province's cap-and-trade system, putting the final nail in the coffin of a program Premier Doug Ford has long promised to scrap. The bill was introduced in July, but the final vote was delayed when an environmental group launched legal action against the government, alleging the province had flouted the Ontario's Environmental Bill of Rights by failing to hold public consultations on the issue. The government immediately launched public consultations on the bill, which wrapped up mid-October. The results of that consultation have not yet been made public. The legal action will still move forward, however, on allegations that the government also bypassed mandatory consultations on a regulation related to the cancellation of cap and trade. More than 1,800 Canada Post workers have walked off the job in Hamilton and La Mauricie, Quebec, as the union's overtime ban becomes effective across the country. The Canadian Union of Postal Workers says the walkout in La Mauricie began last night at 11:30 and in Hamilton just after midnight today. Those workers joined union locals in 12 other communities taking part in the rotating strikes. The Ontario communities of Arnprior, Renfrew, and Ottawa are still on strike, as well as the BC cities of Campbell River, Courtenay, Nanaimo, and Port Alberni. In Quebec, 6 Canada Post locals are also off the job, including Saint-Jérôme, Valleyfield, and Sorel. Yesterday, Cup W said the overtime ban means postal workers can refuse to work beyond their normal 8-hour days. Meanwhile, Canada Post says it's facing a days-long backlog of parcel deliveries.